Hi there. In this tutorial we are going to talk about function expressions. You can use function expressions for a wide variety of cases, such as performing mathematical calculations, combining or extracting text, validating data, working with arrays, data, and many more. This is a tutorial. We are going to demonstrate how to use them. In Easyflow there are two ways to use function expressions. Through the built-in function expressions connectors, or through the dynamic syntax expression. In this example, we will read the latest 5 received emails from Gmail, loop into this list to capture, and insert the details of each email into a Google spreadsheet. Let's get started with the Gmail connector by choosing the list of messages operation. Don't forget to set this step as a starting point. By calling the workflow from the URL browser, we can see the list of email message IDs returned as a JSON array. The next step is to iterate this list and capture the email details of each message ID. Iterating this means we need the for loop connectors. Here we are going to use the first function expression to set the length of the iteration to the length of the received message list. We need to send the array of messages to the length function. From the first tab, you can find a graphical representation of the list of messages. Pick the messages array. While the iteration is running, we need to pick up the message ID based on the position of that iteration. For this we can use the mapper connector. In the mapper connector, simply map the item value to the message ID by clicking it. The next step is reading the email details based on the capture message ID from the previous step. For this, we need to use the Gmail connector with getMessage operation. Simply we will connect to support at easyflow.io connection and map the ID to the current message ID step. Let's close the loop now by linking the last step with the loop step and test the result. In this case, the workflow will return the last message details in the iteration. Let's call the workflow from the browser. As you can see, a JSON object returned showing the message details as expected. In the next step, we are going to demonstrate how to use more advanced function expressions. The goal is to insert information capture from the message details to Google Spreadsheet. Let's use the Google Sheets connector along with the add a row operation. For preparing the data payload part, we are going to use a mapper connector. Simply place it before the Google Sheets connector step. As shown in the spreadsheet, we will capture the date, email subject, and flag is the email read or unread. By looking at the data, the date will be the internal date key from the message detail. Regarding the subject, it's presented inside the header's array key. For this we are going to the getNameValueArray function expression. It allows us to filter the array by key name. Based on your use case and array structure, you may use a different filter function. Regarding the read or unread flag, we can see that the label IDs array will have unread. So we will use a combination of the if and contains array function expressions to determine whether the email should be flagged as read or unread. Now the payload is ready to be mapped with the Google Sheet step. Finally, we have to close the loop cycle by linking the last step to the for loop step. Let's test the result by running the workflow manually from the Run button. As we can see, the data starts coming to Google Spreadsheet as expected. We can notice that the date column is represented as a time span. Let's convert it to a friendly format using the date function expressions. Simply, we need to update the Google Sheet payload step by choosing the toDate function expression syntax. Let's run the workflow again and see the outcome. As you can see now, the data is inserted again into Google Spreadsheet, but this time the date is in a more friendly format. Thank you for watching this tutorial.